Hey guys, how's it going? So today I am going to do a first impression let's play review of a game called Immortal Life. The game does have a Chinese title, meaning like a name in Chinese or Mandarin, but obviously I don't know exactly what that says. The name of the game in Mandarin is this right over here, and then when we Google translate that, it says on the other hand Ida. That is a capital I, so it's not a L, it's a capital I. So on the other hand Ida, Ida, either way, that is the name of the game in Mandarin. So it is translated from that to Immortal Life for some reason. So that's just a little bit interesting that they would get Immortal Life from this, but that is the game's true name. The true title is On the Other Hand Ida, or Ida. Either way, the game is from a Chinese developer, and the game costs $17 or 14 euro, which is weird. There is quite a difference between the euro price and the dollar price. But anyway, the game is also for sale in Russia, which I'm not a fan of, I guess, considering the fact that the game is from a Chinese developer. I shouldn't probably be surprised that the game is for sale in Russia. I don't know the Chinese culture, but I think they're not too concerned with the stuff that goes on in other countries, like illegal wars and that kind of stuff being waged on peaceful nations. So I don't think a Chinese developer is the type of developer that is going to blacklist their game in Russia for some moral reasons. So anyway, it's worth mentioning that the game is for sale in Russia. So anyway, I'm gonna be playing the game today for an hour or more until I am satisfied that I can give you my opinion on the game and tell you whether or not I think the game is worth $17 or 14 euro. If you are in a hurry and you don't want to watch the full 1 hour or whatever of the video, then you can simply skip to the last 10 minutes or so of the video. I will put a timestamp in the description below where I will give you my quick, concise, final opinion on the game and tell you whether or not I can recommend the game. But if you're not in a hurry, you can just stay tuned and I will be playing the game and giving you my running commentary as we play through the game. Now, the oh, my voice is not good today. The settings for the game is very basic. You can only choose between full screen, and then there is a bunch of locked windowed modes, so you can't choose any resolutions except these ones. Literally, this is all that is available. So you have to play at full screen or any of these 4 windowed options. So the game doesn't have 1440p, it doesn't have 2K resolution, nothing like that, not 4K, nothing. So I currently don't really know what the game is running at. I don't know what the resolution the game is running at because I'm just running it at full screen. My desktop resolution is 4K, but that doesn't necessarily mean that the game is being rendered at 4K. It might be only rendered at 1080p, which is my suspicion. So I think the game is probably being rendered at 1080p. So the display options are very poor. Graphics options, likewise, you only get the low, medium, high options. There's no options to change texture detail, shadow detail, object detail, draw distance, ambient occlusion, anti-aliasing, nothing like that. So once again, the graphics options are very, very limited. So this is all of the settings that you get in the game. It is extremely limited. So yeah, with that being said, there's not much else to look at, so let's jump into the game. So you get male, female. She jumps into the air. This guy just does, like, I don't know, a fist bump or something. Oh, she does it as well. So sometimes they do the one thing, sometimes they do the other thing. But this guy doesn't want to jump into the air. Ah, there we go. I got him to finally jump into the air. So we're gonna take female. Okay, you must have both a first name and a last name, apparently. Is the game loading? Okay, yes, the game is loading. For some reason, I thought the game might have frozen or something. Okay, so it seems we're gonna have to read. The game does have voice acting, but it's only in Chinese. So, there is voice acting, but only in Chinese, unfortunately. All of the other languages don't have voice acting, so you're going to have to do a lot of reading in this game. I hope this letter finds you well. Do you remember our meeting upon the mountain? I found you to be gifted in horticulture and devoted to your spiritual training. As such, I wish to offer you a chance to further your path. The Guiyun sect has many fields of expertise, yet development of the land is not among them. The Misty Valley is a place of beautiful vistas and great spiritual power, but has remained idle for lack of those who have the skill to bring forth its potential. In the Elder Forum, it was suggested that we should find one with the skills necessary to develop the Misty Valley. In return for the effort made, the cultivator chosen could then receive instruction and elixirs to further their spiritual studies. This seems as if it would fulfill your needs, but only you can decide if that is so. Please visit the Guiyun sect with the letter in hand if you wish to accept. Respectfully, Zhao Mingyuan, Guiyun sect elder of alchemy. Okay, these Chinese names are really gonna be bastard to pronounce. Okay, I'm not gonna read all of this stuff, I have to be honest. I don't want to spend the next 30 minutes of my 1 hour review just reading, so I'm not gonna do that. Wait at the main hall.
众人正说话间，突然天地变。
I'm not gonna read this either.
随即地动山摇，火雨天降，宛如末日来临一般。 只见一颗巨大的陨石砸向不远处的紫云山主峰，顷刻间，整座山峰化为乌有。周遭各峰也在火雨的冲击下摇摇欲坠。放眼望去，归云派的上百座楼台亭阁尽数崩塌。千钧一发之际，几道奇异的光芒护住了山门外的散修，众人这才反应过来，匆匆逃到山下。正当一众散修惊魂未定之时，有一人从空中跌落下来，看装束似乎是归云派的弟子。在场众人面面相觑，不知如何是好。此时，一道身影从远处匆匆赶来。他冲到这位遍体鳞伤、昏迷不醒的归云派弟子身旁，面露焦急之色。
Yeah. Very uninteresting, to be honest. I don't enjoy those 2.5D. I recently learned that they're called 2.5D cinematics. I always just referred to them as like still images that are animated, you know, it's literally still images that are animated, but since then I learned that you actually call them 2.5D cinematics. So I'm not a fan of those 2.5D cinematics. It's very, very few times that those are well animated. More often than not, they are not well animated, and it is just very uninteresting. The story that they tell just isn't conveyed nearly as good as an in-game cinematic. There's something glowing over there, but I can't get it. Oh wait, I can. Like even in an in-game cinematic like this, like literally, if they made a cinematic or a cutscene with the in-game models, I would prefer that over a 2.5D animated thing, like honestly. So I'm not a fan of that in the slightest. The eyes of these characters look freaky. Well, now it's like so idyllic and peaceful, and literally outside, like the fucking place is on fire and people are lying dead all over the place and stuff like that. The sound of the footsteps is also way too loud. Like really loud. I guess I can get rid of my mouse because the mouse is completely useless. I have to use the mouse to click. That's irritating. You can't use E or anything else to click. Yeah, this place is fucked. Oh, you can use space. Okay. So you can use space to go, but then here I have to select it. I can't. I'm pressing enter, I'm pressing space, 1, 2, 3, 4. Nothing's working. So you have to use your bloody mouse. Literally just for selecting that. You can't select anything else. Or you can't use anything else. That's really irritating. Yeah, if we actually had to read all of this shit, then it would take ages to get anywhere. That guy just self-immolated or bloody combusted. Okay, now we are getting Chinese voiceover for some reason. So sometimes you get Chinese voiceover and other times you don't. Okay, what the fuck is willpower and what the fuck is divinity? Okay, let's see. Okay, divinity. Divinity is the power of perception, which affects the damage and critical hit rate of attacks. Willpower affects your defense ability, which makes no fucking sense. Stance affects the damage of your weapons and your physical defense. Spirit affects the damage of your spells and defense against the magic. So spirit makes sense. Stance, I guess, is strength, I guess. Willpower is like stamina, basically. Stamina or endurance. And then divinity is like dexterity, basically. So yeah, at least now we know what those mean. So I will probably want to focus divinity, yeah, and then until we get a build going, then we will go either magic, which is spirit, or stance, which is strength. So I shouldn't separate my stats between them. I should focus on one of these, either stance or spirit. Can we do anything here? What does this do? Okay, apparently this doesn't do anything. Okay, so you just press and hold E. Can you use the mouse at all? Like, no. You can't use the mouse in the slightest. Except for moving dialogue on. You can't do anything else with the mouse. This bastard doesn't want us to go anywhere. Yes, I totally agree. finish work in the field. I'm trying to finish work in the field, you bastard.
Huh?
Stamina? I didn't see stamina on the thing. MP, what the fuck? None of these stats. I guess these are attributes, not stats. I didn't even look at my HP. How much HP do I have? I didn't even look at that. Let's go for HP. Oh, okay, so I have 185 HP. I have 200 stamina and 45 MP. I'm busy fucking working. Leave me alone. I grow wheat, so I'm assuming I need to open my bag. And then I'm assuming I need to put this over here. The tutorial isn't telling me anything. Like, literally, all the tutorial says is grow wheat, motherfucker. Like, there's no other tutorial whatsoever. So, the game's tutorial is abysmal. Really, really terrible. If I hadn't played many of these games before, then I wouldn't have any fucking idea what I'm doing. It also doesn't help that the game is in Chinese. Channel your spirit power into the gourd to summon a thundercloud. Hold down the E key. Okay, that's not bad. I like the fact that you can use magic in the game. These fucking names. Ji Yao Huan. Yang Ziqing. Like, holy shit. Just give them European names. Like, seriously. If you're gonna be selling the game to a European audience, then give the people European names. I like the fact that the stuff is automatically picked up. Oh, so that thing that I used is a single use, unfortunately. I wish I knew that before.
种植灵田可不是件容易的事。
怎么样，离
Holy shit, this is a lot of reading. Talk to Chen Jean Zhu.
我干些什么呢？不如捕鱼为业吧。
Yes, I totally agree. Couldn't have said it better myself.
看来要先收购一个合适的门面。
Absolutely. Zhang Zhiqing. I actually, because I know these fucking games, they limit you on the amount that you can do in a day. So what I would like to do now is be able to harvest some more before I go to sleep, but they're not allowing me to go anywhere. So hopefully they don't put me to sleep immediately. Because that, unfortunately, is something that a lot of these games do. You see, now I can't even do anything. I still have stamina left, but I can't do anything. They're not allowing me to go fucking anywhere. I really hate it when games do that. Like, really, really. Because now I'm gonna lose 120 stamina. Can't I change it? Okay, apparently I can't change it. Why is my HP at 66? Why did I lose HP along the way? Okay, hopefully I can now actually fucking go where I want to go. Okay, a little bit of mana. Does the game have a map? Oh yes, it does have a map, okay. I don't want to fall off a cliff or anything stupid like that. I don't like the fact that you have to equip the specific weapon or tool just in order to harvest. I don't like that at all. I don't like it when a game forces you to unnecessarily swap between tools. So it takes 6 stamina to chop down these regular trees and 12 stamina to chop down the bigger ones. I don't like the fact that we have to go over here each time to re-equip the seeds. Like, the seeds should automatically go to your action bar. Okay, so what season is it right now? How do we see that? Calendar. Beginning of spring end. Spring. Okay, so we are in spring right now. What are these the different days, or is it weeks, or is it months? I'm assuming it's days. Fish swim free of the ice. Okay, so yeah, it's spring. So spring, we can plant that, and we can plant that. Okay, let's see if we can pick up any seeds somewhere. Don't know what that is. Press E to fishing. You caught nothing. Why did I caught nothing? Okay, so clearly I'm not doing the fishing correctly. Okay, so apparently you have to wait until you like until it bites 4 times, maybe, I don't know. It's really shitty that there's no tutorial to explain any of this shit to us. We caught a frog apparently. And it takes 4 stamina each time we fish. Okay, press E to fishing. We might press E to fishing a little bit later, but not now. I don't want to waste all of my stamina on press E to fishing. Also doesn't look like there's a sprint. I've tried Alt, I've tried Shift. There's seemingly no way to sprint. And see, this place is still fucked up. So 45, well, 54. Okay, so we can get a bunch of seeds there if we want to. Li Meng Qing.
师
Fucking
姐
hell.
最近在忙什么呀？
+1 liking. Fantastic. We have +1 liking. Can't press anything.
师姐好，咱们修道之人，
Like, I'm just wandering around aimlessly at this stage because the tutorial is fucking terrible. We just basically have to explore the entire game aimlessly, basically. So you can get one of these. It will give you 1 stamina per hour. I'm assuming while you sleep. Oh, this one is very good. This one is much better than the other one. Yeah, fucking hell, this one is very good. Best one by far. Okay, well, that's not bad. We will be able to generate a lot more stamina and a little bit more health while sleeping. Oh, we got a nice amount of seeds. 175 for the jujube. I think the other guy also sold the jujube. I also see that the time at the top left is going forwards. So I'm assuming this is one of those shitty games which force you to sleep at a certain time. Now this one is also 175. Okay, then we have to place all of these over here again, because the game doesn't do it for us. These are spring, right? Summer and fall, for fuck's sake. Okay, so we can't place those. Okay, that's not bad. Now, I don't know when we will fall asleep. I have no idea. Usually, shitty games of this type make you fall asleep around 12 a.m. So we will see. I really don't like these games when they make you fall asleep automatically. We should also probably go set up our thing, our furniture. How do you do that? Okay, don't put it there apparently. This. Ah. Okay. Okay, well that's that. We will generate, I think something like 2 more HP and 4 more stamina per hour now, which is nice. Obviously, the less amount of time you need to spend sleeping, the better. Because every hour additionally that you sleep is an hour that you are not being productive. Okay, I'm out of stamina. So now we have to sleep, I guess. I mean, I don't know if there's any way to regain stamina from food, perhaps. Game also has combat apparently, but we haven't encountered combat yet.
天也很精神吗？今天也很精神吗？
Potato and bok choy. I have none of that.
今天也很精神吗？我们的实力
+1 liking, yippee. So is there anything else we can do before sleeping? Let's go sleep. So, how do you actually change? Like, I can't change it. Can't change shit. So I don't know, maybe the game just automatically makes you sleep 8 hours. I'm not 100% sure. Okay, well, we regained 160. Oh, and it's raining, that's always nice. That means that you don't have to water your crops yourself. So I don't have any additional stuff to plant. These are summer and fall. And it is still spring. So if we plant those, I think they will die. That's usually how these games work. Okay, can't go past there. Okay, so these are watered. So if I look at my map, this is the entire field. Can't go over there. Destroyed Lake Pier. Can I do anything over there? Well, it's not giving me the option to. They want me to catch a big head carp and then talk to Chen Zhanzhou.
山蓝谷可真是个钓鱼的好地方。
Yes, absolutely.
这不是道友吗？我晚上回去。
+1 liking. Bring... go to the Sunset Inn. Okay. Can I sell fish? What's the price of fish? 25. 80. Holy shit. Okay, so you can actually get a nice amount of money from fishing. 80 is quite a lot. The fishing mechanic is nice and easy. I don't like it when a game makes the mini-games too obtuse or difficult. Like, there's too many games that have mini-games, and I'm not a fan of mini-games, but as long as a mini-game doesn't take up a inordinate amount of effort or time, then I really don't have an issue with minigames. But there's too many games that have minigames that are just really, really obtuse and difficult and... oh shit. and time consuming. I played another game, Roots of Pacha. I played a while ago, and the mini games in a Roots of Pacha is really quite obtuse. I did not like the mini games in that game at all. This is the correct way to do mini games. Just nice and easy, doesn't require an inordinate amount of skill or effort or time. I'm gonna catch a couple of these and I'm probably gonna sell them to get seeds. Oh, we caught the oyster in a stream. I've never seen that before. I guess I was too slow there. Let's have a look. 42, 75. Get a small pearl. 75. Okay, well, let's try it. 75. 150. Wow, okay. 112, 30, 90. Yeah, well. We already made like probably around 500 just from this small bit of fishing. And fishing is very lucrative, it seems. Even though obviously with regards to the crops, I'm still at the beginning of the game, so I'm not gonna have crops right now that sell for a huge amount, you know, like I think the wheat sells for like 25 or something like that, which is very little. But obviously, eventually, when you get better crops, you will probably be able to get some crops that sell for quite a lot. Hey, lucky fish. That one will probably sell for a lot. I also don't know if you gain any skills or anything like that in the game. Like a lot of these games have a farming skill and a fishing skill and a building skill and a crafting skill, but I haven't seen anything like that in this game yet. Holy balls, 666. That's a lot of money. Okay, key gathering. What's this? Key gathering. Raise cultivation in various fields to gain the relevant insights needed for a breakthrough. Okay, so you do get skills. Fishing. Throws multiple hooks in a fan-shaped attack in the direction you're facing that pull in whatever units they hit, leaving them with only 1 HP. Okay. So there's class, crafting, cooking, planting, gathering. Enemies hit will take huge damage. So these are attacks. They're literally attacks. Battle and then alchemize. So all of these are attacks that you can use in battle, apparently. Interesting. So I can go sell a bunch of stuff. Okay, well, let's fish a little bit more. And then I can go sell a bunch of stuff, and then I can get better furniture, and then I can use the furniture to not have to sleep as much. Because if I can gain a couple of hours of time that I don't need to sleep, then that's very good. Like I said, every hour that I don't need to sleep is an hour that I can be more productive. Let's catch one more. Where the fuck am I now? I ran the wrong direction. Let's save. It also seems like the game only has one save slot, which I'm definitely not a fan of. I don't like games where you only have one save slot, because if you fuck up, then you are ruined. Then you can't go back to a previous save, because you only have one save. This guy's selling building materials. Bamboo. I actually do need bamboo for the one building, as far as I can remember. Okay, so let's sell these things. $72. It sucks that you can't see what the resulting price will be. Like, you can't see the price of the stuff that you're gonna get from it. You can see the price that you're paying, obviously, but you can't see the price of the stuff that will come from the thing. That sucks. I don't want to spend all of my money on this. Where was that furniture store again? Was it this guy? Yes. I will buy another one of these. This one is actually very good. That should be good. Then I can spend the rest on seeds, probably. Sunset Inn. Is this the Sunset Inn? Where is the Sunset Inn? Oh, over there. Where the hell do I get a pickaxe?
Oh?
Okay, so this will explain cooking. Get the ingredients. After that, take them to the appropriate table for processing. Holy shit, I couldn't even read finished. Be careful to not overcook. Okay, so cooking sounds fucking obtuse. Braised silver carp. Veggie meat. Boiling steamer wok. Mixing table. Holy hell. Boiling steamer wok. Okay, what the fuck? So I have to cut it. Then I have to add that in the wok. Is that what it's saying? This is really obtuse. Okay, so you take one and then you put it and then you cut it. And then you take this, do the mixing. Nope, apparently not. Okay, put, take, put. Okay, apparently not. Serving. So what do you put it in there? And then take this. Put it in there. Stir fry. Okay, we got the excellent score apparently.
Oh.
So it's fucking like one of those running around games, where you, like those party games where you have to run around the fucking kitchen. Steamed bun. And then Scrambled eggs with tomatoes. Okay, steamed buns, so you're probably gonna have to knead it. Like, holy hell, this is so obtuse that I literally have to take a photo with it. Just 1 second. Let me take a photo of this bloody screen. And then I can remember where everything is. Because this is fucking obtuse. Okay. And then these are the fucking instructions, which you have to literally memorize. Gonna take a photo of that as well. Okay, so you take whatever that is and water, and then you knead it. And then you take it and you put it into the steamer. And then you take eggs in the wok, and then tomatoes, and you chop them, and then you mix it together in the wok again. Okay, well, I have the photo here, so I won't forget, hopefully. Okay, so you take the ingredients and you mix it with water. Then you knead it. And then we put it in the steamer. Okay, then we get eggs. And we fry it in the wok. Then we take tomato and we chop it. Then you take that and you mix it. Did I even start this up? Fucking hell, I didn't even start it up. Okay, then we take that. We serve. No, don't serve it now. Okay, so we take that. Can we take this as well? Okay, apparently not. Yes. Okay, we got another excellent. Okay, so that is exactly what I was talking about previously with regards to obtuse minigames. That it's very obtuse. I am not a fan of that type of gameplay or that type of minigame.
先生好，
Not
我很喜欢
at
做
all. Give lunchbox to Zhangjing, Zhongji, Ji Zhuzhao, Wei Hong, Li Menqing, and Yu Jinghe. Fucking hell. Like I said, they should have just given the people European names, because if you're gonna sell the game to a European market, just make it European. It's the exact same as if you're going to sell Diablo 4 or any fucking game, Call of Duty, in China or any other foreign, quote-unquote, foreign region, then you are going to have to tailor it to that market. So a Chinese person or a Japanese person, anyone, will have a difficult time pronouncing a name like Anthony DiMaggio or something like that, you know. They have difficult times with words and names like Anthony, for instance. So you are going to want to fucking change the name from Anthony to a more Chinese name, or a completely Chinese name, you know. A name like Tony, they don't have an issue with, but Anthony, they very much have an issue with. And it's exactly the same as this. Fucking names like Li Menqing, Wei Hong, Ji Zhao, Zhu Hao, Chen Jing Zhao, like, we have a difficult time with the names like that. I don't know why they couldn't just make it a little bit easier to pronounce for a European audience, you know.
希望镇上的大家，希望镇上的大家，现在，希望镇上的大家，现在。
Oh, so because it's past 12 a.m., we now can't buy anything. That really sucks.
最近在忙什么？咱们修道之人。
So even this lady over here... Oh, that fucking sucks. I will finish that other quest later. Okay, so I don't have... Oh wait, I have these seeds. It's not raining now, unfortunately. It seems the rain stopped. Oh, and I probably need a little bit more space to plant my shit as well. But the ground is already wet, so that's good. Okay, all of those are good. Fucking hell, why is my character in the way? Okay, that should give me a lot of regeneration now. Why can I only sleep 3 and a little bit of hours? 7 o'clock. Okay, so that's fucking stupid. You can only sleep until 7 o'clock. And what if I want to sleep now? Okay, then you sleep fucking 24 hours. Okay, so at least we figured out that you should probably be in bed around 1 a.m. so that you can get 6 hours of sleep from 1 a.m. That way you will get full stamina again. Okay, well, we live and we learn at least. Oh, this one is done. Okay, let's do our magic again. That wasn't enough magic. Let's do magic again. Okay. It's easier to do magic than spending stamina because obviously stamina really is a non-renewable resource, whereas the mana is actually relatively easy to renew because you just find these areas that have the mana and then you are full again. So I would much rather use the magic spell to regenerate my mana than using stamina, for instance. So, like, so far, I mean, now we harvested our first crop, our first official crop that we didn't have to use the harvest talisman for. So you can see we got some B level wheat and A level wheat, and yeah, it doesn't sell for a lot, 24, 28, but obviously the more expensive your crop is, the more it's gonna sell for. So these will hopefully sell for a lot more because they're level 4, whereas the wheat is level 1, you know, so you get different levels of stuff. So yeah, that's pretty good. It basically works like any of these games, you know. I like these types of games, but I'm very particular when it comes to these types of games. Dinkum is, to be honest, probably my favorite one of these types of games. Like, I can maybe show you guys here in my Steam library the amount of these types of games that I have. Like Cornucopia is not a bad game. I actually believe I did review the game. It's not bad, but it's still in early access and it has some issues. I've got some playtime in that one. I'm not sure. I don't think I've played this one yet. I actually need to do a review on this one probably. My Time at Pacha, I've played a bit. My Time at Sandrock, I've played quite a bit. Like, I've played a lot of My Time at Sandrock. Fae Farm, I did not particularly enjoy, as far as I can remember. Did I like this one? I haven't reviewed it on Steam yet. As far as I can remember, I didn't like this one. I might have a review of this one. I can't remember exactly. I've done so many reviews over the years, I really can't remember all of them. I Am Future is actually a game very similar to this as well, like a farming sim type game. I did not recommend the game, but I did review the game when it came out. So perhaps, I mean, it's now almost a year later. Perhaps they have improved the game since then. But yeah, when I reviewed the game, I was not particularly... Oh yes, I did do a review of this one. I was not particularly impressed with it, and I gave all of my reasons over here. They made the inventory management very, very obtuse as well in this game. So I played that game, which is very much like this game. Core Keeper is actually a pretty good game, even though it does have issues. And I believe it's still in early access, I think. Yes, it's still in early access. I currently do not recommend the game, but I did play it like a year ago. So I will probably have to check the game out again to see if they improved anything. But yeah, a year ago I would not recommend it just because there are a couple of issues with the game, but I will definitely try the game again. It wasn't a bad game, but just not a game that I would recommend. I actually need to review this game as well, still Wildflowers. It is another game like this game, which is like a farming type game. I actually still need to review this game. I haven't even played it yet. The developer sent me a code and I haven't played it since then. Stardew Valley I do not like. I know it is a very liked game, but in my opinion it is a low quality game, and that is partly due to the game being from a solo developer. So unfortunately there are some things that this developer, the solo developer, simply does not care about. And I did not recommend the game, but it is obviously a very liked game, liked by many people. But like I said, I did not enjoy the game and I would not recommend this game. But I have played like a couple of hours of the game. Nova Lands, yeah, I guess Nova Lands is actually like this game. It's a farming simulator type game, even though it more has to do with automation. Like you automate your crops instead of harvesting your crops yourself. But this is not a bad game. I can definitely recommend it, even though it's not like this game. It's not 100% like this game, and it's not open world either. But I do have a review of this game as well. And then Dinkum, like I said, Dinkum, quite honestly, is probably my favorite of these types of games. Dinkum is really good. I last played it like a year ago, so I should actually probably play it again just to check out what else they changed. But the developer has very much slowed down with updates. You can see that even now the developer hasn't released an update in like 3 months. So the developer unfortunately has slowed down with the development of the game. But Dinkum is probably the best one of these types of games that I can recommend. Sunhaven I did not enjoy particularly. My time at Sandrock I did not enjoy particularly. It has too many obtuse, bullshitty things in the game. I would rather recommend my time at Pacha than my time at Sandrock, to be honest. But I have many of these games, and like I say, quite honestly, Dinkum is probably the best one of these types of games. I also did play what's the other one, Roots of Pacha. I did play Roots of Pacha, but like I said, I cannot recommend Roots of Pacha because it simply makes too many of the things in the game obtuse. There's too many obtuse things in that game. But yeah, like this game, it's not bad actually. I mean, there's issues like the fact that the game has no voice acting, the fact that the translations of the game are not particularly good, such as press E to fishing and +1 liking. Like it's just not good. Unfortunately, they did not do the translation as good as they possibly could have done. I don't like the fact that you can't see what the price, what the expected price is of the stuff that you're gonna get from the seeds, for instance. It's just little things that like that which they could have done to improve the overall experience of the game. The game has no tutorial to speak of. Like some of the things like that the cooking thing that we just did, that did have a tutorial, but the vast majority of the game does not have a tutorial, which is not good. If you're a new player to this genre, then you are going to struggle, because the game has basically not got a tutorial to speak of. The explanations of many things also leave a lot to be desired. Can we actually remove our clothes or not? No, you can't remove your clothes. The game does have combat, but I mean, I'm now more than an hour into the game and I have not encountered combat at all yet. And I actually have explored. I can't go up there because there's a stone. Can't go there because there's a tree. And past the shops by the ferry shops, there's nothing to fight over there. So in the beginning area, there is no combat whatsoever. So yeah, maybe in the other areas there will be combat, but like right now there's no combat in the game that I've encountered yet. But yeah, the farming works fine. I don't have an issue with the farming. Everything is nice and smooth. I'd like the fact that when you mine something or farm something or chop something down, it automatically gets sucked into your inventory. That is definitely good. I do not like games of this type where you have to fucking run around just to pick up the thing that you literally just chopped down, you know. Unfortunately, too many of these types of games do that. Too many of these types of games do not suck up the stuff directly into your inventory, which means that a lot of the time you spend as much time chopping something down as you do collecting the loot afterwards. Some of these fucking games, like I believe my time at Sandrock was like that, where you chop a tree down and then fucking boom, the shit goes all over the screen, like the loot and the stuff. Then you have to run around and actually collect your loot, and I really hate that. I hate running around when the stuff could simply have been sucked into your inventory, and that is exactly what this game does. So that is why I like that particular thing about the game. I hate the fact that when you buy something or you pick a consumable up or anything like that, it doesn't come over here automatically. And then as soon as you've planted these, for instance, it goes away, and then even if you go buy some of them again, it doesn't come back over here. So you have to open your inventory again and you have to put it over here again. It's just really unnecessary, and it makes a lot of unnecessary inventory management. So yeah, I don't like that. I also don't like the fact that you have to swap between all of your tools. I don't like swapping unnecessarily. So instead of just going to a rock and then pressing E and taking out your pickaxe and starting to hit it, you first have to fucking select your pickaxe and then you can attack. And then if you want to chop down a tree, once again you have to select your axe and then you can start chopping. If you want to till the ground, you have to select your hoe and then you can till the ground. So it is constantly fucking unnecessary swapping between weapons and tools and stuff like that. It's just something that shouldn't be in the game. The game should be designed to automatically swap between all of these things. But yeah, overall the game costs $17, and I actually think the game is worth $17. It's actually, this game actually is better than a lot of these types of games that I have played previously. And I'm actually surprised. I'm legitimately surprised that this game can actually be better than some other games like Roots of Pacha, for instance. So yeah, I'm actually quite surprised. So yeah, actually, I can recommend the game. The game has issues, like I said, with the Chinese thing, the names being really difficult to pronounce for a Western audience, the game having no voice acting, the 2.5D cinematics, the unnecessary inventory management, that kind of stuff. The game has no tutorial either. But overall, for $17, I can definitely recommend the game. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks to the developers for sending me a code. They did send me a code for this game. I probably would not have reviewed the game if I had to pay 17 of my own dollars to play the game, but that is just a chance that a developer takes. Sometimes they send me a code and then I actually end up liking the game. So yeah, thanks a lot to the developers or the publisher. I'm not sure who sent me the code, but yeah, thanks a lot to them for sending me a code for the purposes of the review. In the cases where I do not receive a code for a game, I rely on you guys and the support that you provide me through patreon.com to do more of these reviews, because for more than 50% of the reviews on my channel, I do not receive a code for the game, especially the bigger titles. Like the $50, $60 AAA titles, I don't receive codes for those a lot of the times because I just don't have a relationship with the bigger companies like Electronic Arts or Ubisoft or those types of companies. So for those instances, I rely on you guys and your support on Patreon to buy a lot of these games for the purposes of a review. So if you want to see more reviews, then your support on patreon.com/LFP is massively appreciated, and I literally use all of that money to buy more games for you guys to do more reviews. So yeah, guys, that is pretty much it. That is Immortal Life, also known as On the Hand of Ilya, which is really weird. But anyway, not a bad game at the end of the day, actually. Thanks a lot for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys next time.